we're starting today's video off a little bit different because as you can see, there's two chairs right here, and those two chairs are defenders. Because in today's video, we're showing you how to score more points 2-on-2. Whoa! How about that new boom intro? That's sick. Leave a like if you like that new intro. But as usual, before we start today's video and before I start showing you the moves, I gotta say a few things that relate to housekeeping. First one is if you want to learn how to become a better basketball player, playing on your own backyard basketball court, all other types of basketball related stuff, starting out by subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss anything. The second thing is I said a lot of things about basketball, and if you want to buy a really good outdoor basketball, the link is in the description. And the last but not least about this housekeeping segment is the three moves that I'm going to show you are 2-on-2. You can use them in 2-on-2 games, or you can use them with you and your friend in a 5-on-5 game. Without further ado, let me show you these moves. We're going to start today's video off with move number 1. And move number 1 is probably the easiest move out of all of the 3 moves I'm going to teach you in today's video. And the first move is the give and go. It's probably the first move that your coach will teach you, and it's a really good move at that. So, my dad could come on in a second. Offense teammates in the situation, chairs are defenders. And we're stuck in a situation where I can't get an easy shot up and pretend he's like my height. And I can't dribble past him because he's a good defender. What you do, you pass it to your teammate, the give part, and you cut immediately. Right after the pass, cut, which is the go part. And when you pass your defender, once you get this ball right here, easy layup right after that. So the full speed kind of looks like this. Let me start it off. I pick up my dribble, give, and go. Something like that. Now, I really like the give and go because, like I said, it's the give and go, but it has so many variants. If we're right here, super close to each other, I can just still do this. We can still finish like that. It can be used so many different ways. And, not to mention, it can be used as the give, and go. It can be used as the double give and go, which is also a really good move to use. So, move number 1 is the give and go. It's a really good move. You should master it. And it gets you more points. 2-on-2. So move number 1 was the give and go. And that's, like I said, probably the easiest move of these 3. Because we're taking a big jump and we're going into move number 2, the pick and roll. The pick and roll, in my opinion, was most famously used by Tony Parker and Tim Duncan about 10 years ago.
Parker gets the rebound, 5-2 early San Antonio lead. Clippers beat these guys in the preseason for what it's worth. And the answer is, what is it worth? 93-90. Duncan gets the bucket. 7-4, Spurs lead by 3. Parker in the wing against Telfair. Duncan, line drive.
You see the clip that just showed up on screen. It's a really good move to use because it switches the defenders and makes the big guy guarded by a small guy who then gets the ball and scores easy points that way. But since then, the pick and roll has been used in so many different variants. Guards, screening for guards, big man who can shoot, getting a screen and instead of going in, going out for the jump shot. It's a lot of different ways you can use the pick and roll. And one way I can tell you that's happening right now is in the Lakers-Portland series that's going on as I'm speaking, is that whoever Kyle Kuzma is guarding, even if it's somebody like CJ McCollum, Lillard gets that guy to screen for him. So Kuzma can switch on to Lillard. Because Kuzma isn't the greatest defender, Lillard can then go and do his signature step back and make the shot. He doesn't call anybody who's like Danny Green to guard him or like Alex Caruso. He calls the guy who he knows that he can beat. Without further ado, I will show it to you guys with my dad as offense. So we'll do it full speed without any chairs, without anything guarding you, and then we'll explain it slower with the chairs and everything. So right now, he's playing. Big guy sets a screen. I go around the screen, he spins, pass the ball, and finish right there. Or I can continue to go and finish myself. That is the pick and roll in full speed, or half speed. We'll show you now with the chairs. So as you can see now, the defenders or the chairs have entered the camera screen, and me and my dad are about to show you how the pick and roll looks in slow motion, step by step. So step 1 of the pick and roll is you're just playing regular basketball and the screen comes or it is called. So if the screen comes. After you get the screen, you want to take the screen, go around it, and if you see right there, my dad spins, or my teammate spins, cutting off this defender. this guard. And immediately this guard he's out of the play. He can't stop me anymore. My dad and me are both in front of him, and he can't run us over. So after this, we go onto the big guy, making it a 2-on-1 situation. And depending on who he favors, I can finish, or I can pass to my teammates, and he can finish. So this is a really good move to use. You can use it on either side of the screen. Let's do it again one more time in slow motion. So screen comes, I run around the screen, cut off, and then pass to finish that shot. Okay, so, and one more thing that I want to tell, a few more things I want to say about the pick and roll is that it's all about jobs. You got to do it properly for it to work perfectly. First part, the guy has to set the screen. The second part, you have to run the screen right shoulder to shoulder, not hitting him, but just make sure there's no space for another person to fit here. And right after the big man feels that, he cuts this guy off out of the play, splitting them between the two. Because right now, since they're split, this guy can't help this guy on defense, making it a 2-on-1 situation, making it easy shot. And another thing that you can do with the pick and roll is something called the pick and pop. And a team that does this is the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic, because when he sets the screen, instead of going in for the dunk, he goes out for the shot. And it looks something like this. So my dad's going to be the dribbler now, guard. I set the screen, right? He runs around my shoulder, and this guy fights around doing this. I do a little step back, and then blocking them both off, I have the easy shot right here. And if you were shooting big men on your team, this is a really good move to use because you can get so many easy open shots just like that. And last but not least, move number 3. Move number 3 is the handoff. And the handoff might seem like a simple move, but you can use it so many different ways. And you can almost use it like a backwards pick and roll. So the big man, or the other guy, starts with the ball. He ends up handing it off to me, screen, run around, roll, and again, 2-on-1 situation with the finish. But that's not all. The handoff can be used so many different ways. One way that it shouldn't be used is that if the guy's giving you the ball, you give me the ball, and then you just dribble it out here, you go back to playing your own offense. Like, that's just wasting the handoff. That should not be happening. You should use it to the fullest. So, another way that you can use, more ways you can use the handoff is, instead of handing off, I take handoff, finish the layup, like so, and you can use it, so, coming from a fake handoff, but I end up passing it to the cutter, which is the guard in that case. That's another way to use it, but probably my favorite way that I've ever seen it on TV is Blake Griffin's way, where he did the fake handoff, he dribbled it through his leg, got the open 3, faking out so many defenders. That clip will be showing on the screen right now.
But picked off by Reggie Jackson. Bounce to Blake Griffin. Take the pass. Knocks down the 3.
Blake Griffin over in the corner. Watch this little ball handling. Think you're going to hand it off, and both Lakers went for it, George. They bought it.
Oh, that's just a good clip. It was such a good move, but the last move is the handoff. Now, it's not as long of a move as the pick and roll or the give and go, but it is just as productive and very, very good. And that's going to do it for today's video. You should definitely add these moves to your game because they will make you score so much more points, so many more points in 2-on-2 situations. If you liked today's video, be sure to hit the like button down there, turn it blue. And if you like our kind of content and you liked this video, be sure to subscribe with the bell on because more will be coming soon. That's all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Woo! Holy moly. That was close.